All right, so the other news was Draymond Green was opting out, or he announced that he was opting out of his contract. It was like 27 and a half mil that he was owed for the season. But the reports is that he opted. I mean, first of all, he's under Clutch Sports. These guys are master manipulators. You know what I mean? Come on, anything dealing with LeBron, you know it's gonna, they're gonna leverage what they can leverage, right? Right now, as we speak, they have pictures of LeBron and Draymond Green in France on vacation together. So think about if you're the Warriors front office, Draymond Green says, I'm opting out, right, of my deal. And then they're publicly already said, we're not a playoff team. We're not a contender without Draymond. So now you're saying this guy is as important as Steph Curry, right? Then the GM comes out and says, we want Draymond back, so you're giving him leverage, right? Which is cool. I mean, I'd rather them do that than play games like the front office of Brooklyn and Kyrie last year. So you're letting them know we want you back. You're important. So if I'm the agent, if I'm Rich Paul, if I'm Clutch Sports, I know, hey, well, look, I can leverage you for more money. I don't have to take the hometown discount. I can ask you for a 3-year deal, and I can ask you for a max. I'm going to ask you for the max, and you're going to give it to me because you've already told the whole world that we're not a contender without me. So you can't come to the table and ask me to take less. So now the part about them posturing and them going to France and being seen in France on vacation, that's just, hey, look, man, either I got two things on you. You're saying I'm very important to your team and your roster. On top of the point, if you don't give me what I'm asking for, I don't mind walking. I'm already out here talking to LeBron anyway. I go to the Lakers, which is a Western Conference team that put us out this year. I go join them, make them better, and they're going to give me the money I want because it's all Clutch Sports over there. So Jenny Buss go make sure, give him the money. LeBron say, okay. If LeBron said it's okay, we trust LeBron. Give him the money, bring Draymond over here, and then you mess around and have a lineup of Anthony Davis, Draymond, and LeBron in your front court. And then Reeves and whoever else they bring back, whether it's going to be Schroeder, Malik Beasley, or Lonnie Walker, or if they bring CP3 back. Imagine if they bring CP3 in for the vet minimum. You got CP at the 1, Reeves at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Draymond Green at the 4, AD at the 5. They look good defensively, other than CP3 getting cooked a little bit, but you can take him right out of the game and throw in your backup, which would be Lonnie Walker or Dennis Schroeder or whoever else, So, he got some leverage. And unfortunately for the Warriors, I don't think Draymond opted out. Now, this is what I thought at first. I thought he opted out because he did say, I want an extension to match Steph Curry in years. So I want the years that Steph Curry got, so we can all ride into the sunset together. So Steph Curry got 3 years left on his contract. Give me a 3-year extension. I can leave with Steph. But what is he going to ask for money-wise? Did he opt out to take less than that 27 mil a year? Or did he opt out to turn around and ask for the max, get the 3 years, and be somewhere above 30 a year? That's the question. And I'm going to play for you what Dunleavy said when he was asked about it.
Mike, you said there aren't that many huge decisions to make, but obviously most of us on the way driving over here heard about Draymond opting out. And one, were you expecting that? And two, I mean, you are getting thrown kind of right into the fire of a pretty critical summer for this team as terms of what it's going to look like in the future. Just, are you prepared for that? And again, were you surprised about Draymond?
Yeah, so I saw the report too. Until we get the paperwork and the filing, we can't really comment or say much. So I will say, I think Steve has said it, and I'll reiterate, we really want Draymond back. What he means to this organization, this team, in terms of trying to win at the highest level, we feel like we have to have him. So that's very important. Beyond that, I think a lot can be made of all the challenges that are coming our way, whether it be aging roster, the new CBA with some of the limitations there, anything else you can bring up. But we're aware of all those things, but we also feel like we're in a great great place because we've got a competitive owner willing to spend and a group that's really tied in. It's got good synergy, good processes, good sound decision making. So we feel confident we can navigate it.
Yeah, so all of three key things he said in there that was real important. He said, one, we really want Draymond back. Number two, we feel like we need him back. And number three, we got an owner that's ready to spend money. Right? If I'm Rich Paul, if I'm Clutch Sports, if I'm Draymond Green, I'm listening to that and I'm taking all that to the table. Look, your whole this whole thing is over if I walk. And I'm walking if I don't get what I want. Right? So I don't want to hear about me taking less for the greater of the team. I'm going to ask for as much as I can get, and that's what I want, or I walk. So it's gonna be real interesting. I mean, I would be shocked. I would be shocked if these are the two things I don't think is going to happen. I don't think Draymond Green is opting out and taking less than that 27 mil for two reasons. All the reasons I said. Plus, Poole is making 28 mil. And I just think that the competitive nature of Draymond Green and the volatile relationship between Poole and Green, I don't think Draymond would even feel good about himself next season with Draymond Green making 27 or less and Poole making 28. I just don't think I don't think he down for that. If they gave him 29, as long as it's more than Poole, I think he'd be cool there. Because I think the situation with Poole was, I think Poole was boasting a little bit, knowing he was about to get that bag, knowing he was about to get that contract. And I think there was some chirping going on between Draymond and Poole, and probably Poole and everybody else. And Poole probably mentioned, "Hey man, you on your way out? They about to give me the money." And I think some of that stuff led up to the frustration and the tension in them right before the punch. Right. So because there was so many reports coming out from we don't know who that was saying Poole was cocky and Poole was talking to some of the veterans on the team and being disrespectful and boasting about his contract he was about to get and all that stuff. Right. And just from the people that was reporting it, like Colin Cowherd, just put two and two together. Colin Cowherd has a business relationship with Draymond Green. Colin Cowherd is not in Oakland or not in San Francisco. It's not like he's got his, like he's not a beat writer. So the news he's getting, I'm trying to figure out the easiest way he can get that news. Is he really going out there doing the work, hitting the streets, getting quotes from people in the organization? Or is Draymond bringing him to the organization? Because he would always say on his show, I know people close to Steve Kerr that is telling me this. He would always say people close to Steve Kerr. And I don't know what that exactly means. I don't know if that's somebody that work in the front office. I don't know if there's somebody related to Steve Kerr. Or I don't know if that's a player that's just a way he says it when he's trying to keep them anonymous. A person close to Steve Kerr tells me Poole is cocky. He deserved that punch, X, Y, and Z. Sound like stuff that's coming straight from Draymond to the people that he know can get it out to the mainstream. Right. So I don't expect Draymond to take anything less than what Poole has got, especially if Poole is still on the roster next year. And I low-key don't expect Poole to be on the roster next year anyway, because if they bring Draymond back, Poole's got to go. That relationship's not fixed. So and it bled into the team and the chemistry and the play. It pretty much disrupted the whole season. So that team's not whole right now. So I expect Poole to be gone. Now, when Dunleavy was asked about it, he did say, we got Poole locked up for 4 years and we expect to have him for 4 years. That's what he said. But that's posturing as well. Like, because you can't come out there and say, nah, we're looking to trade Poole, because now if I'm supposed to be a trade partner with you and I know you want to get rid of a guy, I'm not offering you what I normally would offer you if I think you want to keep him. Yeah, that makes sense. Like if I treasure something, I want to keep something, somebody's going to have to really up the ante on what they offer you to get it. Right. But if I'm trying to throw something away and you see that I'm trying to throw it away, I'm not going to offer you top dollar for something that you about to put in the trash, something that you don't want anymore. So, they're saying they want to keep Poole, but I'm pretty sure I'm quite sure the fate that Wiseman was given in Golden State is the fate that all the newcomers they brought in is about to see, except Wiggins, right? Poole, Kuminga, Wiseman, and probably Moody. All those guys are gone. Now these are guys that was brought in to replace Draymond and Klay, and that was going to rebuild around Steph with new guys. And I think Bob Myers was initiating that. I think he might have convinced the owner that we need to find these replacements and bring them in. Let's draft the guys that's going to replace them. They're going to be cheaper, and then we can just move. We can get them. They can be on the roster 2 or 3 years with the vets, and then once the vets run out to the sunset, we can just move right on with Steph Curry for his last 4 or 5 years in the league with this young blood of Poole, Kuminga, Wiseman, and Moody. That's what they thought they was going to do. What ended up happening is they get these guys in. They did play well. Klay and Dre came back. They played well. Dre didn't play so well in the championship round against the Celtics. But they won, and now you got a decision to make. Do we try to run it back, or is it time to pull a plug on Klay and Dre because they're becoming too expensive? So they come back in the next year, and when everybody found out Poole was about to get that contract, it ruffled some feathers because that's Klay's replacement, and Klay is Steph's and Draymond's boy. So if you're replacing my boy, now we got a problem with you. Not just Klay had a problem with Poole. Now we got a problem with you as well. And so was Steve Kerr. He's in that same bunch with the core three of Steph, Klay, and Dre. Steve Kerr is there. And then here you got Bob Myers, who was trying to replace those guys. That's why I think Bob Myers is out of Golden State. He didn't want to deal with that because look, I'm trying to make sure that we're good for the next 10 years. So I drafted the replacements. Steve Kerr didn't want to play them. Steve Kerr didn't want to play Wiseman. Poole was on a short lease. If he made a mistake, he was daggone near blamed for it, benched, whatever the case may be. Klay can make way more mistakes than Poole can make, and Klay still was going to get the same minutes as if he was Klay from 5 years ago. It was so much stuff going on, and it was personal, and it was messing everything up. So I think Golden State is making the decision. Well, look, let's just pay the old guys. Let's be loyal to them. Let's pay them the money because that's the only way we'll keep this thing going. So we just got to get rid of all the guys that we tried to draft to replace them. So Kuminga and Poole